Hey, all you cool squids and squiddens. um, why not share another sketchbook? This one is originally from 2009 to about 2011 or so, but I also added a few for 2020, and I was trying to figure out how to do 2020 in my signatures if I want to do them in Roman numerals again, because it's MMXX. When are we going to be able to sign that ever again? Here's some pages to use. Oops. You know, hand protecting pages so you don't smudge with the pencil lead. Alright, here we start. Come on, baby, light my fire. This was just a quick doodle. I'm not exactly happy with it, but it's a cute idea. I wanted to do a cartoony face. Blank page. No. There's my Shrek. Fiona, Princess Fiona. I just finished her the other day. She was originally drawn in 2010. Oh, the light is a little bit funny. I will add some more light here. That might not help, but whatever. Anyway, it won't do its weird, funny, pixely thing now. Originally, yeah, it was drawn in line work was 2010, and then I finally colored her 2020, 10 years later. It's crazy to think that art that this new to me is this old. It's so strange. And yay, Perfect Strangers. This was the best show ever, and it will never be shown publicly again because it is probably taken as racially insensitive, but as a full-fledged European second-generation immigrant, the show speaks to us. Anyway, Valky was great. And here's another idea I had, just a weird, random doodle thing. I really actually like her a lot, because you don't often think of fairies having wings that are their arms, because that's how mammals usually are if we have wings, or birds too, of course. Their arms are wings. So why don't fairies also just have wings for their arms? But fairies are also modeled after insects, so they can also have multiple limbs if they want to. But it was an idea. I'm really proud of the details. Anyway, then here's that space goddess, Miles and Miles I Run, based on lyrics by The Gathering. I like making the space designs. They're fun. Another blank page. Trying to protect the pages because I realized in my older sketchbooks some of the ink has stained some of my other pieces. I don't like that. This one I called Baroness because for some reason I think that name was just popping up a lot, and that was the only thing that could come up. I never really watched G.I. Joe. It's not based off her. I think I was listening to the band at the time called Baroness. They're a experimental metal band. This one was a request. She had short hair, but I made the hair wrap around her body like that. This, I'm not exactly sure what I'm thinking with this one. Maybe it was supposed to be a vampire goth or a zombie. It might have been an attempt at a Halloween drawing. I'm not exactly happy with it, but I could still do something with her if people like her enough. Leave me a comment. Anyway, little piggies. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. it says home if you look close enough. Oh, it says piggy. Never mind. Anywho, another one of my weirder ones, but still fun. I enjoy these ones. Hey, zoom you. There we go. Strange feet perspective. Why not? And then here is Bait and Switch. Again, I originally drew these in 2009 or 2010. And oh yeah, I signed it twice because, well, I did the pencil work, I guess, in 2009, and then I cleaned it up more in 2012, and then now I just inked it, I think. Did I ink it, or did I just color around the pencil because the pencil was already pretty solid? Anyway, yeah. Happy with it. And this one I called The Devilish Daydream. She originally wasn't planned, this part of it. Originally, she was just this tuft of hair was hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and I thought, well, I think it has to be a girl. Another one. Different emotions of devilish and demonic. I like it. And here's just a figure. Random figure idea. And here's a trippy figure idea. Wanted to do something more psychedelic. Susie Snowflake. You know that song. Look at her tumbling down. I'm not exactly sure what the lyrics were when I made this. Something like "Watch as she's tumbling down" or something like that. I kind of wanted to do like a snowflake tutu, like the stiff, like not falling around her hips or her body, but just sticking straight out all around her. But I'm not sure if I have the capability to do that. And here's another random figure idea I had. I really like this one a lot more than I remembered, because I don't often remember this one. I didn't give her a date, but it's definitely 2009, 2010. Well, yeah, this one's March 2010. Green pepper. And some sort of elf, ninja, or geisha, or something. With little chubby lady fan. Here's one of the portraits I was really proud of. I added the swampy background. If you want to be put in a swampy background when I draw you, I can do that. That's not too annoying to do. Backgrounds are friggin' annoying. But if you want this kind of a background, that's not too much trouble. I wouldn't have to add too much of an extra cost to that. This one is Dark Thundra. She's also intended to be a negative one, so this is supposed to be black and white rather than white and black, because that hair is supposed to be lightning. And here is Drill Dozer. I can't remember what her name was, but the character in Drill Dozer, she is insane, and the drill character is insane, and it's just a really fun game on the Game Boy Advance that I randomly picked up in a bargain bin. But I had to draw her as one of my characters in the Drill Dozer. And here comes my little Drill Dozer. Hi, Skittles. Are you beautiful? I think so. Here is... Ooh, why don't ya? I got this bookmark here because I intend to maybe color her, or at least add a night sky frame around her, and maybe add highlights of the moon and the moon's shine around her skin, maybe. That is supposed to be a silver bullet. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that one. I just basically looked at the picture of a howling wolf and drew from that. And of course, this is a Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. For me? For me! That's the kind of devil that I would want put aside for me in hell, of course. And the Sarah Silverman show. Anybody remember that? It was so awesome. These characters, these guys were my favorite. Her gay roommates and her sister and her sister's boyfriend who wets his pants and she doesn't shave. And Sarah Silverman, who's obsessed with pooping. And her dog. I was very lazy with the dog. Here's another random figure idea. I really like her a lot. I might want to color her too, but I really like her simplistic as well. I'm not sure what else I could add to this that would add to it or take away. That wouldn't just take away from it. So, but we'll see. Again, leave me a comment if you have any input. And here's a portrait that I needed to draw from just a random picture on the internet. It was just an awesome power pose. Just a beautiful figure. And here's another beautiful figure with a funny song lyric idea. Don't let the sun go down on me. That's gonna burn. She was a friend who requested a portrait at one point. Snakes on a palin. I had to play with it. You know me, I had to play with it. You betcha get these mother-loving snakies off of this gosh darn palin, eh? Yeah, she is horrible, but, you know, I had to. This was an ex, based on an ex. This was her request to me draw a Mermaid Zombie. I had never thought of the idea before, so I thought, hey, why not? Here's a weird abstracty one. This might do to transfer into like a big painting size, maybe. I don't know. Does anybody like this kind of thing? I think it's kind of weird in a neat way. But it's also just weird. Here's another KMFDM lady. Lots of little KMFDM lyrics, some of my favorite ones. Based on the cover of one of their recent albums called What the Fuck, or WTF, question mark, exclamation mark, because they usually have 5-letter titles, or 5-character titles. Don't lose your trust. KMFDM sucks. Implied but never stated. Bows to no god, kingdom, or state. More and faster. How rook. Drug against war. Haha. 6 billion souls and 1 urge to live. Souls. Get it? Souls. KMFDM sucks again. Rip the system. I want to go to hell. Spitting bile at all you whores. Let's stop praying for someone to save us and start saving ourselves. You cannot hurt me anymore. All classic KMFDM lines. Oh, another random lady that I really think I should add more to and finish or color. Lots of fun ideas that I would like to not ignore and leave in the pile of unfinished work. Yes, maybe she's having a little bit of a toot hair issue going on there. The yucky X stuff. Alright. This one. Another one where I drew the lines out in 2011, August 2011, and added color, finally, in 2020. I'm happy how it turned out. She's basically how I pictured her in my mind ever since I first drew her. It's basically supposed to be what you might think it is. The picture is called Wet. And just look at them clouds. Yes, wet means exactly what you think it means. Another yucky X stuff. I use it as page protectors, because that X was horrible. Anyway. It was extremely hot that day, and I wanted to illustrate how it feels. Like the sun is like, just take it all off. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the show. There's the most beautiful show. Already 16 minutes again. Wow. Okay, I thought this sketchbook was less full, so it would be shorter, but that's fine. This is based on a girl that I saw at one point, and she had really big thighs that kind of burst out of her pants like that. I don't know if it was a problem or if it was just she had pants that were a little bit too small. I thought her legs looked interesting. Here's another one that I originally started in 2011, and then I colored that one a couple years ago in 2017, finally for Halloween. At first I wasn't really happy with it, so I never finished it, but when I came back to it and added my colors, I really, really like her a lot now. And I think that's it. Oh, not quite. And here's where I start my 2020 material. Venus Tipilo, or Venus de TP. In this age with face masks and toilet paper shortages, you gotta kind of laugh sometimes. I'm happy with that one a lot, actually. This one, I am really proud of this one for some reason. I didn't add depth or shading to her. Maybe I added a little bit of light shining to some of the aspects of her helmet and the alien's eyes and such. But I'm really, really happy with this piece. I'm totally going to make this a sticker once I figure out how to do that. If anyone wants one. She's definitely become one of my favorite characters. I might reuse her in the future. And, of course, everything's coming up Milhouse. Everyone loves Milhouse, or loves hating him, or loves how watching him go through his life troubles, usually with massive amounts of sympathy. Anybody get it? Nobody mentioned that part yet. Thrill-ho, remember? When he tried to enter his name into the video game. Thrill House. Anyway, Milhouse is definitely one of those favorite characters that just seems the most real in that show. At least in older seasons. I don't really know much about the newer seasons. And here's the one I just finished the other day. Also, it being April 2020, for 2020, but it was also the 24th, so 4/20, get it? And I wanted to finish it on at 8:20 and 20 seconds, so in 24-hour time, that's 20, oh wait, not 8, 4, 4/24, so 4/24/20, on 420, 420. I usually hate the kind of, 420 weed association type. That culture is just a little bit too obvious and dumb in most aspects. But when are we ever going to have another 42020? Or 420, 420? Another... Oh yeah, and this is something I'm working on, so I won't show you that yet. I think that is all on that side of the sketchbook, and the sketchbook doesn't yet have me starting anything on the other side, which I usually have in my newer sketchbooks. I draw on both ends. I start drawing at both ends for different purposes. So this is again 20 minutes. Sorry guys, but if you enjoy these, let me know, give me likes or whatever. Good night.